Yo, tapping in real quick for this UFC fight night that's going to be taking place back in the Apex between Brandon Royval and Tatsuro Taira. This video right here, we just going to chop it up for a few minutes about some parlay options for the prelims, for the main card, for the whole card. Some haymakers, Hail Marys, whatever you want to call them, some dog plays. Let's go ahead and dive into it, man. Prelims. Something like nothing major. If you want a side of these favorites, for the most part, to be the ones to show up and get the job done, you know, two legs at plus 123, Cody and Clayton. You know what I'm talking about? So Cody and Clayton, two legs, they come at plus 123. Or you can catch that triple C package on the prelims, Cody, Clayton, and Chitty. Cody, Clayton, and Chitty come at plus 242. If you're on the side of Themba, to be the one to get the job done, Cody, Clayton, Chitty, and Themba come at plus 343. You know what I'm talking about? So Cody and Clayton, a two-piece at plus 123. The triple C, three-leg, Cody, Clayton, and Chitty at plus 242. And then the triple C package, you know, with Themba on top of them. Cody, Clayton, Chitty, and Themba, they come at plus 343. You know what I'm talking about? And listen, man, if you like Junior Tafa, for whatever reason, as a minus 250 favorite, to each their own. He was a minus 380 favorite over Chris Barnett. So if you're still on the side of Junior Tafa to be the one to show up and get the job done, for whatever reason, Themba, Tamirov, is that how you say Rama, Zama, whatever the fuck, Ramaz's fucking first or last name? Tamirov, whatever the fuck his name is. Themba, Tamirov, Jr., and Clayton. Those four legs, those four favorites on the prelims come at plus 242. Tossing in Pierce, Themba, Tamirov, Jr., Clayton, and Pierce. They come at plus 427, and tossing in Chitty. Themba, Tamirov, Jr., Clayton, Pierce, and Chitty. They all come at plus 733. And that's saying that, you know, all of these favorites are going to be the ones to show up and get the job done for the most part. You know what I'm talking about? This is all of the favorites on the prelims. Themba, Tamirov, Jr., Clayton, Pierce, Chitty, and Cody. And they all come at plus 1216, 1,216. You know what I'm talking about? Keeping Junior out the mix, rightfully so. Themba, Tamirov, Clayton, Pierce, Chitty, and Cody come at plus 840. You know what I'm talking about? And keeping Tamirov out the mix, rightfully so. He's making his UFC debut, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, a lot of individuals make their UFC debut undefeated or, you know, 17, 18, and 1. And everybody from over there in, you know, where he from ain't Shavkat Rakhmonov. Just like everybody's not Habib, Islam, or Hamzat. You understand what I'm saying to you? So it is what it is. He's the favorite. But if you want to leave him out the mix, Themba, Clayton, Pierce, Chitty, and Cody, they come at plus 628. You know what I'm talking about? Themba, Tamirov, Clayton, Chitty, and Cody, those five come at plus 519. So again, if you're on the side of these favorites to be the one to show up and get the job done, for the most part, you know what I'm talking about? Cody and Clayton, plus 123. Cody, Clayton, and Chitty, the triple C package, three legs at plus 242. Cody, Clayton, Chitty, and Themba, 343. Themba, Tamirov, Jr., and Clayton, four legs at plus 244. Or Themba, Tamirov, Jr., Clayton, and Pierce, five legs at plus 427. Themba, Tamirov, Jr., Clayton, Pierce, and Chitty, six legs at plus 733, or all of the favorites for a clean sweep on the prelims. No dogs are going to bark. That's what you're implying by, you know, tossing this little haymaker on the prelims. But it's seven legs at plus 1216. Themba, Tamirov, Jr., Clayton, Pierce, Chitty, and Cody, seven legs at plus 1216. You know what I'm talking about? But keeping Junior out of there, you know what I'm talking about? Heavyweight match and all that. He's up against an individual making his UFC debut and all that. There's question marks on both sides and all that. You understand what I'm saying to you? You got Themba, Tamirov, Clayton, Pierce, Chitty, and Cody at plus 840, but keeping Tamirov out the mix. Question marks on both sides. Making his UFC debut. Has not yet proven to be a legitimate level of opposition in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Where on the other side of things, CJ has proven to be, you know, the level of opposition that he is, and he's shown us where his ceiling is inside the UFC. These are things that Tamirov has yet to do for me. You understand what I'm saying to you? So keeping him out the mix, it's Themba, Clayton, Pierce, Chitty, and Cody at plus 628. You know what I'm talking about? Or a nice little 5-piece if you like Themba, you like Tamirov, you like Clayton, Cody, and Chitty, then you can catch that triple C package and them two significant favorites. 5 legs, 5 favorites at plus 519 on the prelims, man. A dog play for me that I like on the prelims is Sean and Nico. You know what I mean? Sean and Nico, 2 legs at plus 992. You know what I'm talking about? And it is what it is. You know what I'm talking about? I'm on Nico as far as a pick, and I'm on Sean as far as a pick. So, in my personal opinion, that's a solid dog play on the prelims. I'm just going to drop $20 on it, $10 a man at plus 992. You understand what I'm saying to you? And, you know, as far as those prelims are concerned for me, obviously, you know what I'm talking about, I'm staying away from the Tamirov fight. He's making his UFC debut. You know what I'm talking about? He's a significant favorite for what is to be determined reasons, in my personal opinion. You understand what I'm saying to you? He has not proven himself to be what he has proven to be as of yet up against legitimate levels of opposition. You understand what I'm saying to you? So while you have looked absolutely magnificent in your 17-1 run or whatever it is, I don't want to misspeak, but while you've looked magnificent in your run, as of yet, you've done so against other low-level prospects. So that shit does not move the meter for me. You know what I'm talking about? But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm talking about? Cody and Clayton, it's very, you know, it's very much prospect versus prospect, man, for a lot of these situations. And I like Cody and Clayton to be the ones to get the job done. You know what I'm talking about? But it very much so is what it is, man. That Tamirov and CJ fight, shit. We on parlays though. So my bad. Let's run on over to the main card, man. You know what I mean? Main card, something light. 3 legs at plus 135. You can catch Grant, Tat, and D-Rod at plus 135. You can catch Grant, D-Rod, and Park, the boy John, if you're on the side of him to get it done, at plus 171. All 4 of them come together at plus 257. That's Grant, Tat, D-Rod, and John. Or 4 legs at plus 333 is Grant, D-Rod, Jung, and Abdul. 2 legs that I like on the main card are D-Rod and Abdul at plus 134. You know what I'm talking about? If you like Jun, you can toss Jun in there as a 3rd leg. D-Rod, Abdul, and Jun at plus 255. You know what I mean? And if you like all of these favorites to be the ones to get the job done on the main card as well, Grant, Tat, D-Rod, Jun, and Abdul come at plus 505 for those 5 legs. And then if you toss in a female fight for your 6th leg, Julia puts him at plus 906. So Grant, Tat, D-Rod, Jun, and Abdul come together at plus 505. Grant, Tat, D-Rod, Jun, Abdul, and Julia. All favorites, no dogs barking. They all come together at plus 906. So again, real quick, Grant, Tat, and D-Rod plus 135. Take Tat out of there. Grant, D-Rod, and Jun plus 171. Put Tat back in there, all 4 of them. Grant, Tat, D-Rod, Jun plus 257. Grant, D-Rod, Jun, and Abdul staying away from the main event plus 333. D-Rod, Abdul, and Jun plus 255. And all the favorites on the main card is Grant, Tat, D-Rod, Jun, and Abdul. 5 legs, 5 favorites at plus 505. And then the 6th leg, the ladies fight. You take Julia and Grant, Tat, D-Rod, Jun, Abdul, and Julia. Put you at plus 906. My favorite 2 plays on the, you know, on the main card are D-Rod and Abdul at plus 134. And D-Rod via points and Abdul via KO, TKO, or points at plus 322. That's my favorite 2 plays on the main card, staying away from the women's fight in the main event. You understand what I'm saying to you? So staying away from the women's fight and staying away from the main event. I personally really like D-Rod and Abdul at plus 134 and D-Rod via points mixed together with Abdul via KO, TKO, or points for a plus 322. You know what I'm talking about? And, you know, as far as some of this whole card, these whole card situations go, you know what I mean? If y'all trying to put some little long legs together, some haymakers, Hail Marys, whatever you want to call them, you know what I mean? You can catch D-Rod, Clayton, Pierce, Park, Chitty, Cody, and Abdul, 7 legs at plus 1974. And then if you want to add an 8th leg, stepping out of the haymaker territory and into the Hail Mary territory, D-Rod, Clayton, Pierce, Park, Chitty, Cody, Abdul at plus 1974. Then you add Tatsuro for plus 2721. If you're unsure about that main event, D-Rod, Clayton, Pierce, Park, Chitty, Cody, Abdul, and Tat come at plus 2721. But D-Rod, Clayton, Pierce, Park, Chitty, Cody, Abdul, and Roy Val is your one dog to bark and pop the fuck off, come at plus 6433. You know what I'm talking about? And a haymaker with all these favorites to get the job done. Themba, Tamirov, Clayton, Chitty, Cody, Abdul, Dawson, D-Rod, Park, and Tat. Those 10 come at plus 3642. You know what I'm talking about? A little 5-legger for plus 578. Clayton, Cody, Abdul, D-Rod, and Dawson. Cody, Clayton, Abdul, D-Rod, and Dawson. God damn, I was fucking that one up, wasn't I? Clayton, Cody, Abdul, D-Rod, and Dawson. Say Clayton, Cody, and Chitty as many times as you can real quick. I promise you're going to get fucked up somewhere. You know what I'm talking about? But Clayton, Cody, Abdul, D-Rod, and Dawson, 5 legs, 5 favorites spread across the whole card, come together at plus 578, man. You know what I mean? So for your haymakers and your Hail Marys, you know what I mean? One of them with a swap out option. You can do D-Rod, Clayton, Pierce, Park, Chitty, Cody, Abdul at plus 1974, then toss Tat in for plus 2721, or swap Tat in out and toss Roy Val in for plus 6433. You know what I'm talking about? And then all your favorites, Themba, Tamirov, Clayton, Chitty, Cody, Abdul, Dawson, D-Rod, Park, and Tat. They come together at plus 3642. 5 legs, 5 favorites spread across the whole card. Come together at plus 578. Clayton, Cody, Abdul, D-Rod, and Dawson. My bad, I got some texts coming across the top of my motherfucking phone right now. They need to hold the fuck on, man. We finna be done with this in just a minute. And if they blast through with a phone call and fuck my shit up, I promise you, I'm gonna pop the fuck off. I should have put my do not disturb on. Jun, D-Rod, Grant, Tat, Abdul, Themba, Clayton, Tamirov, Chitty, and Junior come together at plus 3012, or Jun, D-Rod, Grant, Tat, Abdul, Themba, Clayton, Chitty, Cody, and Pierce. Those 10 come together at plus 4065. 2 dog plays that I like for the whole card. 1 dog play I like for the whole card, but then I'm going to talk about some other dog plays. 2 legs. 2-leg dog play for the whole card. Sean and Brad at plus 652. I also like Brad and Nico at plus 775. And Brad, D-Rod, Abdul, and Nico at plus 2,000. Those are very much so dog plays that I will have a dub, and, you know, either a dub for $5 a man on a 4-legger or $40 on it, depending on how froggy I'm feeling. You know what I mean? When I go to the window with it. But I do like Sean and Brad at plus 652, Brad and Nico at plus 775, and Brad, D-Rod, Abdul, and Nico at plus 2,000. You know what I'm talking about? I can get behind this for a haymaker at plus 13,049. You know what I'm talking about? So Dawson, Tamirov, Tat, D-Rod, Clayton, Pierce, Cody, Abdul, Sean, and Brad for a Hail Mary toss. You know what I'm talking about? And that's Grant, Tamirov, Tat, D-Rod, Clayton, Pierce, Cody, Abdul, Sean, and Brad as my 2 dogs for my 9th and 10th leg to put that thing at plus 13,049. You know what I mean? And I also, you know, if the card goes exactly the way that I would like it to go, you know what I mean? And this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a little 10-legger, Hail Mary toss. Then, you know, D-Rod, Abdul, Dawson, Brad, Nico, Pierce, Cody, Clayton, Tat, and Sean for plus 39,532. You know what I'm talking about? D-Rod, Abdul, Dawson, Brad, and Nico, 2 dogs. Pierce, Cody, and Clayton. Those 8 come together at plus 95.85. Then I toss in the main event, Tat, and the heavyweight, which I picked the underdog as well, Sean, and they come together at plus 39,532. That's 10 legs, 7 favorites, 3 dogs. You understand what I'm saying to you? And that is how I would like to see the card go. That would be an absolutely magnificent, clean sweep type of situation for me. You know what I mean? D-Rod, Abdul, and Dawson. Come on, man. They should get the job done. Brad Tavares, Nico Price, undeniably incomparable as far as levels of opposition that they've been competing against and their resumes, man. You know what I'm talking about? There is no significant reach, height, or age gap in these matchups, man. And I honestly believe Brad Tavares and Nico Price to be the better mixed martial artists in these matchups. You know, their opponents being Jun Young Park and Themba, you know, go remember however you say Themba's name, man. 2 individuals that I'm just not that highly impressed on, you know, with, man. 2 individuals who just have not shown me, you know, a real great body of work at all, anywhere. You know what I'm talking about? So Brad and Nico at dogs, they should get the job done anyway. But with dog tags next to their names, the way that they're boosting these parlays, gotta roll them dice, man. I'm more confident in Nico Price than I am in Jonathan Pierce as a favorite. You know what I'm talking about? Sean, that's my other dog in that one. You know what I'm talking about? But he's going against Junior Tafa. Fuck both of the Tafa brothers, man. Call it a fade on the Tafa brothers. Call it whatever you want. But I honestly believe that Sean will come in there and secure this victory in some way, shape, form, or fashion, possibly disconnecting Junior Tafa from his consciousness. You understand what I'm saying to you? He's been amongst elite level opposition, you know, for a very long time as far as training and, you know, getting rounds in goes. You understand what I'm saying to you? He's fighting out of a very good and a very solid camp that, in my personal opinion, will have him more than well prepared for an individual like Junior Tafa or either one of the Tafa brothers, even on short notice. You understand what I'm saying to you? So you giving me that boy against Junior Tafa as a plus 195 underdog? I'm putting him right there with that motherfucking dog tag of Nico Price and motherfucking Brad Tavares, and we gonna see what we can't make pop the fuck off on Saturday. You understand what I'm saying to you? It is what it is, man. Something light, nothing major. You know what I'm talking about? You like them favorites on the prelims? Cody and Clayton, 123. Cody, Clayton, and Chitty at 242. Cody, Clayton, Chitty, and Themba at 343. Cody, Tamirov Jr. and Clayton at 244. Themba, Tamirov Jr. and Clayton at 244. Themba, Tamirov Jr., Clayton, and Pierce at 427. Themba, Tamirov Jr., Clayton, Pierce, and Chitty at 733. It's also in Cody for plus 1216. That's Themba, Tamirov Jr., Clayton, Pierce, Chitty, and Cody at 1216. Themba, Tamirov, Clayton, Pierce, Chitty, and Cody at 840. Themba, Clayton, Pierce, Chitty, and Cody at 628. Or just Themba, Tamirov, Clayton, Chitty, and Cody at 519. A dog play on the prelims is... No, that's not even on the prelims, so let me leave that one alone. Yo, that is on the prelims. That's Nico and Sean at plus 992. The main card. You know what I mean? Grant, Tat, and D-Rod, 135. Grant, D-Rod, and Jun, plus 171. Grant, Tat, D-Rod, and Jun plus 257. Grant, D-Rod, Jun, and Abdul 333. D-Rod, Abdul, and Jun plus 255. Grant, Tat, D-Rod, Jun, and Abdul plus 505 for those 5. You tossing Julia as plus 906 for those 6. My favorite on the main card is D-Rod and Abdul at plus 134. Also, D-Rod via points mixed with Abdul via KO, TKO, or points at plus 322. You know what I'm talking about? You got motherfucking Jun, D-Rod, Grant, Tat, Abdul, Themba, Clayton, Tamirov, Chitty, and Junior for plus 30-12. Jun, D-Rod, Grant, Tat, Abdul, Themba, Clayton, Chitty, Cody, and Pierce for plus 40-65. You know what I mean? I like Sean and Brad at plus 652 for a dog play. I like Nico and Brad at plus 775 for a dog play. I also like Brad, D-Rod, Abdul, and Nico for a dog play at plus 2,000. You can give me Grant, Tamirov, Tat, D-Rod, Clayton, Pierce, Cody, Abdul, Sean, and Brad, with Sean and Brad being my only 2 underdogs at plus 13,049, and I'll be all right with that. You know what I'm talking about? If y'all like D-Rod, Clayton, Pierce, Park, Chitty, Cody, and Abdul, they come at plus 1974. You toss in Tat, it's 2721. You swap out Tat for Roy Val, it's 6433. You know what I'm talking about? Then all 10 of them favorites, Themba, Tamirov, Clayton, Chitty, Cody, Abdul, Dawson, D-Rod, Park, and Tat come at plus 3642, or just 5 of them, 5 favorites spread across the whole card for plus 578. It's Clayton, Cody, Abdul, D-Rod, and Dawson, man. You know what I'm talking about? And if we talking about my haymaker, my Hail Mary, and my dog play for the whole motherfucking card, it's 7 favorites and 3 dogs, man. It's D-Rod, Abdul, Dawson, Brad, and Nico, Pierce, Cody, Clayton, Tat, and Sean at plus 39,532. You know what I'm talking about? As far as anything else is concerned, with the parlays and all that, I'm going to tap back in a little bit later on and offer y'all some of my personal parlays. Not just options for the prelims, main card, and whole card. Just a little 5-minute video. Nothing but my parlays that I have on the prelims, that I have on the main card, and that I have for the whole card. You understand what I'm saying to you? I gave you a couple that I'm doing on the prelims and the main card as far as my dog plays and my 2 legs that I'm already invested into. I gave you a little look on some of my Hail Mary tosses, you know, while we talked about some Hail Mary tosses for y'all. You know what I mean? I'll tap back in a little bit later on and give y'all my personal parlays, my most confident plays, and that'll be that with that. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Peace and blessings.